29th of March till 4th of April, how this week is going to be for all the 12 signs. Let's understand and let's go point by point. Start with Aries. We will see that for Aries people, Moon is transiting 3 times and there is transit of your ascendant Lord. Now, Moon will transit into the sign of Leo on 29th of March till 31st of March. And here it is the placement of the fifth house. When the fourth house Lord goes to the fifth house, very great. But it is sitting with Ketu. It's going to have a conjunction with Ketu. In that situation, we want to be very careful about any kind of speculative investments that we are doing, either in share market, stock market, even cryptocurrency. If you see the cryptocurrency kind of fate, it has gone so bad, so down that, many people are getting major losses. So I would suggest not to do any kind of investments in those areas. Also, when it comes to children, you will see that some kind of health problems, or we can say some kind of challenges related to their obstacles in education can happen. So those who are even studying needs to be very careful between 29th and 31st. If there is any kind of exams that you are doing, you need to be very careful, very, very careful about this kind of a transit. With Moon in the fifth house, you will also see that those who are pregnant, those who are trying to conceive, those who are already conceived, and those who are in good term in pregnancy, try to be careful about taking any kind of risk, like walking, when you're crossing any road, when you're driving. Try to be as careful as you want. And then Moon will enter into the sixth house, that is the house of Virgo, which is the fourth house Lord going to the sixth house. This is good because it helps you with some kind of challenges if there are you're facing related to your home. If you're thinking about some kind of monetary benefit related to either getting a loan or a debt for your home or property or vehicle related stuff, you will see some progress. But health wise, again, not a very great placement of Moon, because it is the sixth house where it can create some health related problems, especially waterborne problems, getting challenges related to after eating something or drinking some contaminated water. So try to eat as much as home food during this time. Mangal Mars will do a nice transit, and the ascendant Lord will come to the 12th house for you, in the sign where right now Sun is also there, where Saturn is also there. So it's a very, very fierce combination of all three planets, two fire planets with a very, very cold planet, Saturn. While whenever Sun enters into a house, Sun will dominate that kind of an house. And because Mars is the ascendant Lord, Sun and Mars here become extremely powerful. That means, sorry to say, but the kind of war situation that is going on in the world may now have multiple conflicts. There can be possibility of getting into more problems related to that war zone. So very careful about such kind of a placement. But Mars coming here will open the doors for foreign travel. There is possibility that those who have been waiting to travel abroad, or explore some different place, maybe go away from their birthplace, those who have applied for visa, those who have applied for even education related stuff, visa, they will also see some progress. And those who are in research, especially those who are in medical research, those who are in they are doing PhDs, for you it's a very nice time, because the 8th house Lord has come to the 12th house, making a Viprit Rajyog. So all the obstacles that you have been facing for a long period of time will actually dissolve now. But Mars is traveling with the 12th house, that is related to isolation also. And when it comes to Sun and Mars together, be careful with the government. Don't want to take any kind of risk here in this whole month, like in the month of April. So very careful. And then finally, Moon will enter into the seventh house, good for relationships and partnership. Those who have been wanting to get into some contractual progress, like signing a new contract or getting into marriage related prospects, should open up. You will see that the prospects will open up. Even in the current scenario of marriage, if you're in marriage right now, you will also see that the progress related to emotional resistance will be much more positive this week. All the very best. Have a great, beautiful week, 29th of March till 4th of April. And I will see you next week with more and more great insights about your chart. And all the very best. Let's now move to the sign of Taurus. Moon will be For Taurus, Moon will be entering into the sign of Leo, and that is the fourth house for you, which is related to your property, your home. And when we even talk about this kind of an house, it is exactly second from the house of Cancer, which means that sometimes communication wise, if short distance travel is what we are doing, we may get some good news, and good news for foreign settlement also. So if Moon is coming in the fourth house and Rahu is placed here, sorry, Ketu is placed here, then there is a possibility that this house becomes afflicted, which is very great for foreign settlement. So if those people who are waiting for some kind of visa or some kind of documents related to foreign settlement, then very great. Fourth house is also the emotional security, and when Ketu and Moon together, it's not a very great placement of Moon and Ketu for emotional. So sometimes in the home, in the family life, we can have a little bit of conflicts and unnecessary emotional drama. So if such things are happening or even showing some signs, try to avoid, try to be as quiet as possible. Otherwise, you will get into a mess time during this period. There may be some expenses that you may expect or see related to your home. That means in the house, either it is related to some kind of construction, some kind of sudden repairs, some kind of even procuring of vehicle, or vehicle can get a little bit of damage, then you need to spend some money. So these kind of environment is what is being created during this time. Moon is aspecting the 10th house, which is good news, because here in the workplace you will get some kind of good what you say, relaxation. So comfort comes in your workplace. Then Moon goes into the fifth house, which is a great placement for any planet to be. It is in the sign of Virgo, which is again a good news. You will see possibility and power related to speculative gains. Like if you have been investing somewhere and not getting very great options related to speculative gains, then this time speculation can happen. It's a Purnima also, so very nice time to do Pitra Sadhana. Trying to do some donation related to your ancestors also is very good. And because Moon is in the fifth house, those who are in education, those who are studying right now, they may also see a peace and relaxation during this time. If you are having any kind of exam between 31st of March till 3rd of April, then this is a very, very great period. You will see some great progress in terms of education. So beautiful period. Because Moon is coming here, sometimes love life also that has been disturbed or that has not been taking the right uh, you know movement in life, you will see that that also works very great for you. Mars, Mangal Devta, the 12th house lord, is going exactly 12th from itself in the 11th house. That means those who are in a foreign country already, born somewhere else and now settled in a foreign country, will gain during this period. Lot of gains when it comes to monetary gains. So beautiful related to that. Sometimes in this situation, partnerships, those who are in partnership, those who have done startups, these kind of areas also, you get lot of gains. While Mars will be coming here and Moon will be in the opposite sign, there will be a small Mahalakshmi yoga that we will see. That means anything which is pending right now, either related to work, either related to partnerships, either related to foreign countries, any travel, any visas, anything related to foreign or distant places, you will see things to be coming into your favor only. With Mars here coming to the 11th house, it will put an aspect on the second house. That means wealth wise, this is one of the best period, because Mars is going to be looking at what you call Jupiter, which means that there is going to be aggressive income that is supposed to be coming and growth. And with Mars looking at the fifth house, you will see speculative gains also happening. And Mars looking at the sixth house, enemies will not be able to trouble you. That's why this transit makes you very powerful and invincible regarding any kind of enemies. With Moon also going into the sign of Libra on April 3rd, you will see that here also Mars is putting the eighth aspect on this house. That means a Mahalakshmi yoga, which creates challenges, which removes challenges related to debt. Like those who are suffering from a lot of debt, there is possibility that some financial relief will open up. There will be new ways, new methods, new you may see new environments where you may get some great news about income is going to increase for you during this time. Also, short distance travel may happen, and that will be related to workplace. So have a great and a beautiful time. Only thing is that when it comes to Moon in the sixth house, try to be a little bit of careful related to your health. Whatever water you take, whatever drinks you are taking, try to be controlled over it, or try to make sure you take the best thing possible, like take bottled water if you're traveling, etc. Otherwise there can be some challenges related to health. Thank you. I will see you next week. Now let's move to the sign of Gemini and understand how this pattern is going to work for this week. We will see that Moon is entering into the sign of Leo, but it is going to be making a combination with Ketu. Now look at Ketu in the third house. Third house is the house of communication. When Moon, who's the second house lord, comes here, monetary benefit happens, but sometimes overcommitment, challenges related to overcommitment, even at workplace. Now, if you look at the 10th house and count from here, it is the sixth. That means it is related to all the enemies at the workplace as well, the communication that you do with them. So this is a time to be more silent. When Moon and Ketu come together, it's a time to have more patience, so more silence, and more resistance should be very high. So between 29th and 31st of March, if there is any kind of challenges at the workplace or with colleagues or with enemies at workplace, try to be as calm down as possible. When it comes to short distance travel, and if you're doing any kind of short distance travel between 29th of March till 31st of March, and if or around this place, then you need to be taking extra caution related to your travel documents, to your about your schedule, because there may be some kind of disruption also, which we see here. With Moon and Ketu coming together, sometimes conflict with friends or even with siblings can happen. So emotionally, try to detach yourself for this 3 days. Absolutely very silent, nothing to do. That is what it is. If anytime, anywhere you're even hearing some kind of hate or challenges or problem, try to be as calm down as possible. Then Moon will enter into Virgo, which is a good news for you. Second house Lord in the fourth house gives you some kind of income relief. And because it is looking at the 10th house, that means there is possibility of great news related to income, also related to career, by the way. But those who are, and Moon in the fourth house, when it comes to the fourth house in the sign of Virgo, it is going to give you directional strength. That means Moon is going to give you the right direction. So nothing to act between 29 and 31. And after 31 is where you'll be able to handle every situation that is coming your way. With this Moon, it is also going to be possible with this Moon creating what you call a yoga here, which is the directional yoga, and second house Lord in the fourth house. That means sometimes if you're doing any kind of property dealing, any kind of dealing related to vehicles, stuff like that, you get profit during this time. So if that is in your pipeline, you should work towards it. Finally, Mangal Devta, Mars, the 11th house Lord is coming to the 10th house, which means lot of gain in your career, since it is going to be looking at Moon now also, and also when Moon enters into the sign of Libra later. So it will cause a Mahalakshmi Yoga, and the Mahalakshmi Yoga is coming through the career area. So there can be possibility of increment, getting some kind of new designation, roles. It's a very beautiful period. And because it is the 6th house Lord coming exactly 5th from itself, it means that some kind of speculative gain, sudden gains which you have never expected from your workplace, is what you will see during this Mars transit. Mars coming here with Saturn and Sun becomes like Mars and Sun coming together, and both Mars as well as Sun get directional strength, Digbala, in the 10th house. So now if you're seeing that for Gemini people, it's a very big Raja Yoga that is happening. You can't imagine. See, in Lagna, when Jupiter is sitting, it gets directional strength. In fourth house, when Moon is sitting, it gets directional strength. In 10th house, when Sun and Mars are sitting, get directional strength. So many things related to the career aspect are going to get accomplished. You will also see during this period that if there was any job related, you're looking for a job, challenges related to job, or looking for a new work, you will see that that is also coming to you. So very positive transit from 1st of April, from actually 2nd of April till 14th of April, till the time Sun and Mars are here together. This is the time to give your blood, sweat, everything, so that you get something in the professional sphere. Very nice transit for you. And then finally, Moon will enter into the sign of Libra, which is good. Second house Lord in the 5th house again gives you financial relief. So this week is a very, very important week related to financial relief. Those who are students and those who are studying, you will see that you will get something, you can accomplish also something very nice. If you're giving any exams, congratulations in advance. You are going to win. You are going to clear those exams as well. So overall, with Gemini, into this kind of a situation, it is really, really a very positive and very great transit this whole what do you call week. And especially with Mars, you will see the courage, the ability, and in fact sometimes the situation happens is that those who have lost too much money in share market, stock market, cryptocurrency, you may be able to even recover some of that income. So very beautiful. And all the very best. I hope that you got a little bit of clarity about this placement and this week. Do comment below, let me know about your details, and we will move forward with the sign of Cancer now. For Cancer, Moon is traveling into the second house. Ascendant Lord in the second house, good news, because it is going to give you wealth. Money wise, some kind of recovery is coming. But when it comes to Ketu and Moon together, you will see that speech becomes very harsh. In this kind of a situation, it is not a very great time to communicate, even in your family area, even when it comes to friends, even when it comes to something like commitment. We should not do, because this Moon is not in the right frame of mind with Ketu in the second house. See, it's a fire sign already. When Moon comes here in Magha Nakshatra, automatically Ketu is also in Magha Nakshatra, from 28th of what do you say, March. So that means it is more related to sometimes fighting over your designation, fighting over your values, fighting over your status. and self-respect becomes very important. It is important, 100% is important, but we also need to navigate this time with a lot of caution related to what we are speaking. Sometimes we speak harsh, we speak sometimes very, very rough, and people around us may not take it in the right way. So you have to be careful about this placement. Then moon will get into Virgo. Ascendant lord in the third house may make you do some kind of short distance travel, or maybe planning related to short distance travel, even sometimes expenses related to short distance travel. And when it comes to siblings, you may see that there can be some kind of movement in the siblings area also. Either travel for them, either short term travel for them, either there is possibility of you getting into some kind of higher education and learning also, maybe some training programs, because third house is also the house of skill development. When it comes to courage, when it comes to more of action taking, moon is not an action taking or showing courage kind of a planet, but because it is receiving that eighth aspect of Mars, which is at a very high degree, because next day, 2nd of April, it has to enter into the sign of what do you call Pisces in the ninth house for you. You will see progress even in the area related to your courage. So courage wise also you will feel much better. It's not a very great time to take some important decisions in life because it is still an emotional pattern of moon, so want to be very careful. But with Mars coming to ninth house, get ready and pack your bags, because there is some kind of travel that is coming. Because it is looking at the 12th house, it is looking at the third and fourth house. There can be also property related transactions that can happen. Some new expenses related to home property is also seen. Maybe buying of new furniture. I'm telling this because मेरे घर में, like in my house, this is happening, by the way. I now know why it is happening. Buying new furniture or getting some kind of travel plans ready, getting some kind of pilgrimage, going into some kind of exploration somewhere where you have not gone earlier. That kind of thing is what you will be able to see here. With ninth house, the environment related to training, the environment related to getting favors from your mentors, from your teachers, becomes very, very, very positive and prominent for you. So this is very nice period to make connection with your bosses, with your in the career area. Your destiny is going to be taking great care of you. So very nice transit. And finally, moon will enter into the sign of Libra, into the Kendra, into the fourth house, where it gets Digbala, directional strength. So this means that it is aspecting the 10th house as well. So here it becomes a very positive environment for moon to be in. It gives you relaxation at home also, peace at home also, and also it is looking at the 10th house, so it will give you relaxation at work also. And because Venus is present there, this means that both benefits are aspecting each other. That means from home and family life also benefit news, from career also benefit news. If you're even looking for some kind of change of job, status change, or something where you are disposing of a vehicle or a home and you are getting a new one, like doing some kind of transaction in that area, you will see positivity. But in the home life, in the family life, there can be some addition, maybe some kind of new purchases. So expenses are there this week. All the very best. I hope that you will be able to navigate this week in a very positive and a very great manner. I will see you next week with some more new, positive, great insights, and all the very best. For Leo, we will see that Leo is a very important sign, because it is my sign also. So it's a very, very important sign. So let's understand how this week is for you. All the Leo and Simha, we will see that moon will enter into the sign of Leo in the Lagna only. And this is going to make a combination with Ketu. So anger will be at a very higher stage. So try to be as relaxed as you can for 2 days, 29th of March till 31st of March. In this situation, only many time you go into a little bit of rage, war, challenges, emotional ups and downs. And whenever Ketu and Moon will come together, this is a period where there will be challenges, there will be problems. So we want to be very careful, and especially in the personality, in the physical outlook, you may feel too much of anger, sometimes very, very irritated. So best thing is to do is meditation during this time. But overall, because moon is looking at the 7th house and 12th house lord has come to the Lagna, there can be some kind of profit from a foreign country. So very, very nice. You will see that when moon goes to the second house, again that monetary benefit starts continuing, because there is going to be some kind of income, like sudden surge in income that you will see. And when it comes to your property, when it comes to the immovable property, or we can say that any something that is very much with you, how do I put it, your fixed assets, in that there will be some kind of progress that you will see, or the loss that you were making there may now suddenly slowly turn into profit. So which is very good. So financial relief is coming on 31st of March till 3rd of April, you will see some financially, some great things are coming. And also because it is looking at the eighth house where it's a Purnima. So you will see that there is a lot of light related to your, what we call a lot of light related to your um, income, family values, when we talk about your creativity at work, because this is an important house. If you see the 10th house and count from here, you will see that the second house becomes the fifth house. So when you speak, when you're doing any kind of, explaining something, this becomes very nice placement for creativity. So all the very best. Then Mars will enter into the eighth house. Now, this is where the Yoga Karka planet, that is the planet that really rules your fourth and the ninth house, goes to the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of inheritance, sudden ups and downs also. And Mars is a malefic planet. And when it's coming with Sun also, Mars also, Saturn also here. So we may expect all three Kendra lords are sitting in the eighth house. So there may be sudden ups and downs sometimes, either related to property related matters, either related to your relationship and spousal relationship, sometimes even business partnership, and also when it comes to your, you can say, your vehicle accidents or sudden events, like suddenly some kind of losses. We want to be very careful here. While Mars is looking at the 11th house, at the second house and third house, we still have a little bit of hope related to coming out of all these problems with help of a social circle, or people from social circle, or people from family, and our people, our siblings, etc. But still, with Mars coming to the eighth house, this is my own ascendant also, I know how it works. Health wise, we need to be absolutely careful, because it only triggers the health. Every year it happens, every year health problem happens during that time. So we want to be careful. With Mars coming to the eighth house, if there is any challenges related to inheritance, property related problems, anywhere where money is stuck, anywhere where enemies are creating problem for you, and you have to receive something, congratulations, because this is going to be a very, very beautiful period for you. Then Moon will enter into the sign of Libra, where it is getting the eighth aspect of Mars, which means that because of your communication, because of some hidden things, because of some secrets, you may be able to make some very great progress, monetary progress in your life. So beautiful placement of this Mars. With this Mars aspecting with the eighth aspect on the third house, there is also possibility that some short distance travel or sudden short distance travel can happen to a very far away place. So you may be able to go for a week or 2 weeks somewhere very far. That also is what we will be experiencing during this time. So all the very best. I hope that this week brings you a lot of success and a lot of great insights. And just be very careful while driving, any kind of government related documents, anything to do with any fighting. Don't do all this, because it can create some trouble for you for a longer period of time. So careful. Okay, let's move to the sign of Virgo. When we look at Virgo here, the Lord of your 11th house is going to the 12th house. That is the first news. You may get some profit from foreign places, from long distance places, sometimes from traveling. Expenses are going to be on a higher side, but expenses can be also related to charity. So religious expenses happen during this time when we have such kind of a placement. We will also see that in this situation, because 12th house is the house where Ketu and Moon are sitting, so somewhere those who are in the field of meditation, spirituality, spiritual retreats, you may suddenly find a surge of energy and surge of spiritual exploration. You may also get, that divine connection between you and your deities. So it's a very great placement, very great time for spiritual exploration. But expenses also in that area are happening. So that's what, either traveling, either spirituality, or either related to social circle. Maybe you have achieved something very nice in the past, because Jupiter also became direct for you, right? So now your friends will say, we need a party, we need this, that. So that kind of situation is what we are going through. Then Moon will enter into the Lagna here, into Virgo, which is good news. 11th house Lord in the Lagna means lot of new opportunities. Your personality is illuminated at this point of time. And this week, you will see that the confidence, the kind of emotional resistance that you have, not only in your, what you say, only personal level, but also in relationship level, you will be much more kinder, much more empathetic, much more, we can say, emotionally very, very supercharged up. So that also supposed to be very, very nice placement for you. Here it's a full Purnima. So Purnima means some kind of prayers, some kind of dana, some kind of donation. So whatever you want to donate in the name of your ancestors, you should do small donations related to some place of religious beliefs. Okay, so that's something you do. Maybe it will remove some obstacles from your life. In this Purnima, whenever you do some donation, it goes towards welfare of other people. So you're also, it comes in return to you also 10 times, 15 times more than what you have given. So get into the habit of giving. If you want to learn this habit of giving, go and learn about J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. Just read about her, like how giving changed her life. The last $200 that she had, she gave it as donation, and see what really changed her life. So somewhere giving is very big. So that's the kind of area we are going into. Then Mars comes to the seventh house. This is the house related to relationship and partnership. Like Mars, Sun is also here, Saturn is also here. If you see, the nature of all three planets are malefic. When it comes to such kind of situation, there are two things that happen: either something very extreme, something that is related to a relationship which was not ethical, which was not great, and you confront, and there is some kind of battle between two people, and there is some kind of problems, or sometimes very big problem that has happened in the past finally gets solved. Good news for people who are going through court cases, especially divorce related. You may get some victory news here. That is going to be positive. You will also see that with this kind of a period, you will get into the Sun and Mars together. It is also going to make that anger, that rage into you. Yeah? And because Mars is aspecting the 10th house, you will see that some kind of progress in the career also is happening. So career wise also, some desperate actions that you were supposed to take, some very powerful decisions that you were supposed to make, you will be able to make during this time and make a real profit out of it. Because Mars is also looking at Sun, and it will be also looking at Moon, and it will be keep looking at Moon even when Moon enters into Libra. This is the place where Mars makes a Mahalakshmi yoga, and Moon going to the second house, 11th house lord in the second house, and Mars aspecting with the eighth aspect. So sudden money is expected. So remember, try to get into some, if you have any lottery or anything like that in legal in your country, play. This is a nice time. Even if some money that has been supposed to be stuck somewhere, you were not receiving it, this is the time that you may receive it. Very good for communication also, this kind of place where you are emotionally and aggressively communicating in the right manner, which will not give you any kind of trouble. So overall, a very great week for all the people who are Virgo ascendant. And it may also bring two more opportunities. See, because Moon is going to be looking at the eighth house also, where Venus is there. So that means some more pleasure in terms of intimate life, in terms of relationship, in terms of even having some satisfaction from you know a group of people. Like maybe this is the time that you are doing some presentations, you are doing some kind of after a long time you are submitting some kind of thesis in your PhDs kind of areas. So it is very good for research and getting the fruits out of the research also. With Moon in the second house, that is sometimes emotional challenges which we see related to family, but it is going to be taken care of because Mars is putting an aspect, so you will be very strong. Only thing, because of all the malefics sitting in the seventh house, it's going to be too much related to your partnership or your spouse, your business partner, your contracts. These are the highlight, and where you have to be more calmer to take decisions. Thank you. I will see you next week with some more insights. All the very best. Libra. Now, all the Libra people. So, Moon will enter into the 11th house for you in the sign of Leo. And when we talk about Leo and 11th house, it is the house of your social circle, the people that know you, the people that you know. Also, when it comes to the progress related to workplace colleagues, also is seen from the 11th house. But it is a very great placement for gains, because the 10th house lord is going to the 11th house. You may get some professional success, but many people in the social circle may not be happy. So, it is not a very great time for celebration. It is a time to be as calm as you can, and do not try to overdo any kind of show off, that we achieve something, we want to put it on social media. People may not be happy. So that is the kind of nature this Moon shows. But yes, on a personal level, there will be a lot of gains when it comes to Moon and Ketu together. Sometimes in the social circle or in the people that we know around us, there can be also possibility where there is a little bit of some rift or some arguments. So try to avoid any such situations. If you're going to any party, any kind of place where there are a lot of other people, try to be as calm as you can. Moon will go to the 12th house here. The 10th house lord going to the 12th house means that sometimes because of work there may be possibility of travel, but otherwise it is also the house of spiritual exploration, expenditure. Those who are in business may have to incur some expenses. Those who are working right now may also invest their time or their money into some place that is related to more exploration, more skill development related to work as well. With 12th house moon, we will also see that sleep pattern becomes a little bit of challenging here. You may be overworked or overburdened because of work, and sleep could be challenging between 29th of March till 31st of March. Sorry, between 31st of March till 3rd of April. So this is the kind of situation we are going through. Mangal, Mars will make a very good transit into the sixth house. Whenever a planet like Mars, who's your Maraka also, coming to the sixth house, it will destroy the enemies. Because Mars is there, Sun is there, Mars gets more powerful here. It is going to make sure that lot of destruction of enemies, lot of problems, people who are creating politics around you, problems for you, you may see progress in that area. Also with Mars here and Saturn here together, you will see that when it comes to justice that was not happening either in your workplace, either in places related to even in your married life, like in marriage area, if there was some problem, because see, seventh house lord is exactly 12th from itself. So here, losses to your enemies, losses to, even sometimes if there is problem or challenges going on with the spouse, you will see that spouse will also have some kind of troublesome time here during this period. Mars is aspecting the ninth and the 12th house with the fourth and the 12th aspect. So, if there is anything that is required relates to traveling in a foreign country or investment in a foreign country, then this becomes a right period. And because Mars has now transited into the sixth house, it will be easy for any kind of debt, loans. In fact, Mars coming to the sixth house also gives you good and powerful news related to debt recovery. So, any kind of debt related problems are going on, there also you will find some great success, some great positivity. So overall, this kind of a period is a very nice period. Mars will also look at ascendant where Moon will be transiting. So Mars is continuously making a Mahalakshmi yoga with Moon with aspect. So that means gains from foreign country, and sometimes even because of your own initiative or own effort in the workplace, you gain during this time. So overall, very, very beautiful and very nice period. With Moon coming to the first house and aspecting the seventh house, and both the benefics, Venus and Moon, are opposite each other. In this situation also, you will see that uh, possibility, relationship wise, some new relationship, some new prospects of relationship, sometimes even in the workplace, or even when it comes to our spouse or our or our our own personality becomes so submissive and so surrender oriented that we accept other people's some small problems in our life. So that is the kind of nature that you will see. But this placement of Moon is very good. Huh? Whenever Moon will come either into Taurus, either into Libra, it is going to be really good for you. So powerful week. All the very best. I hope that you got a little bit of clarity. Let's meet next week with some more insights, and do comment below. Let me know how was your last week, what happened, what not. Scorpio. So for Scorpio people, we will see that Moon is going into the 10th house. And Moon here is the, if you see, the ninth house lord going to the 10th house, but with Ketu. So sometimes argument with bosses, argument with superiors, argument with partners. These are the things that can happen with Ketu and Mars here, Ketu and Moon here together. We don't want to take any kind of big decisions when it comes to your workplace. This is the time to avoid any big decisions related to workplace, or maybe quitting, resigning, I don't care, arguments, emotional challenges. Sometimes emotion and heat of the moment at the same time. Try to control your emotions during this week. That's much more important. But because it is looking at the fourth house, it will give you some kind of relaxation. It will give you courage also to go through a difficult time that is only for 2 days, 29th of March till 31st of March. On 31st, it will go into the 11th house. Ninth house lord goes to the 11th house. That means some mentor, some teacher, somewhere from a foreign country, or someone from a very distant place who's your mentor teacher may come to your life to help you during this period of time. It may also be possible that if you are going towards any kind of social gathering, social circle, or you're going to a social event, there may be a possibility of getting some opportunities also from that. And that is where your luck is working, because ninth house lord in the 11th house is luck working in big group settings. So if you're doing any kind of presentations, going somewhere in a party, in a get together in a conference, then this becomes very, very nice. Those who are working in digital media marketing kind of roles, you will also see some positivity. Those who are in education, moon is in Purnima with sun exactly opposite. So here in the area of your education also, things will become much more powerful, and if there is any exams etc that you are willing or waiting to do, you will be prosperous there. Now comes the best placement, the lord of the ascendant going to the fifth house. So very great placement. It tells you that loss to enemies, your enemies will be at loss. You will get a lot of gains from stock market, share market, if that is the domain that you've invested some money and seen a little, because the world tension, seen fluctuations, you will see some progress happening. With this Mars and Saturn coming together, a lot of justice will be also served, and great transformation related to your career is happening. By chance, if going through Sun Mahadasha or Mars Mahadasha, both any of these Mahadasha, then we are expecting some big transition in your workplace. Very big transition, somewhere where you completely go into a different scenario, different level altogether. So that's a good news. With this Mars and Sun coming together, we will also see with Saturn also coming together here. It adds a very big layer towards the relationship area, because all three malefics are sitting. So sometimes in the love life, we can expect some kind of verbal, what you say, some kind of verbal fight, sometimes misunderstanding, sometimes showing anger, that kind of stuff. So I think more patience, more Saturn's quality should be taken here, and more patience should be seen. Even those who are married may also come into a place where there may be, because see, the lord of the sixth house is sitting 12th from itself, the lord of the seventh house is 12th from itself, lord of the sixth house is 12th from itself. So some losses related to expectations are happening here. For that, we need to be extra careful. Okay. Moon will enter into the sign of into the 12th house, where the ninth house lord is going to the 12th house. So some travel related plans are already happening. There can be possibility of travel. There can be, maybe you're booking tickets, or maybe some expenses related to travel or education is seen. Either you're going to be doing some education related spending or some travel related spending. Even when it comes to medical spending related to your father or any kind of father like figure, that may also be a possible here during this time. Now coming back to Mars here, Mars is putting an aspect on the 8th house, on the 11th house, and 12th house. That means Mars is also putting an aspect on the 12th house, which means even gains from a foreign country side. So expenses will be there, but on the same level, gains will also be there. So which will be adding a little bit of relaxation to you. So good news. All the very best. Have a great week. This is a nice week. Some kind of relief. It comes to debt also. So some opportunities you will get, and take the extreme advantage. Moving to Sagittarius, Sagittarius people, we will see that Moon is entering into the ninth house for you, which is a very good news. When 8th house Lord goes to the ninth house, it is very comfortable. Also with Ketu, Ketu is also comfortable in the ninth house, but sometimes when Moon and Ketu are together, it may make you feel overwhelming when it comes to knowledge that you're getting. When it comes to your gurus, your teachers, your bosses, you may feel a little bit of overwhelmed by the gyan and the knowledge that they are giving. So somewhere start ignoring few things. But because it is the ninth house and the 8th house Lord is going to the ninth house, it is very good for you to use your research as practical knowledge. So use your research into practice, and you will see some progress happening in that area. When it comes to those who are doing education, higher education learning, you will see some great progress as well. And many of the doubts that you're having from a very long time may also get cleared during this period of time. Those who are also into the field of traveling or travel industry, it's a very good news for you. Things are going to finally start moving in a very great progress for you. Also when it comes to your travel, like travel also can happen. It can be happen either for some kind of visiting of a pilgrimage, either some going to some kind of a place like maybe a religious organization, maybe a religious institution, maybe volunteering, maybe going to a library. So things look very, very positive in the scenario right now. Moon will enter into the 10th house here. Now, 10th house is where Moon is getting aspect of Saturn as well as aspect of Sun, and Sun and Moon are causing a nice Purnima here. So, Purnima is happening in the area related to your career this time, which means that in the career there will be some illumination. You may get new opportunities. Those who are looking for new work or job, suddenly you will see some gains in that area, because 8th house Lord in the 10th house means sudden changes in the workplace. Those who are looking for work for a very long time and not being able to find anything, you will see some progress here as well. So God is very kind to you. After that, you will also see that Mars is moving, but Mars is still putting, see, continuously the aspect on Moon is there for Mars. So that means a lot of obstacles related to money or monetary benefits, even in share stock market, is going to solve for you. With Mars coming to the fourth house, this is a very great placement of Mars in the sign of Pisces. While three malefics are sitting here, there may be sometimes disputes or delays when it comes to our home environment, our family environment, sometimes even related to real estate, some extra expenses or something that we have been ignoring for a very long time may now finally come in front of you, that you have to now spend some money or spend something related to that, because the Mars is from here looking at the 10th and the 11th house. That means this money that you spend will be for gains only. Later you will see some gains only happening. But this also triggers, with three malefics coming into the fourth house, means good news for people who are trying for foreign country. Because fourth house gets afflicted, you get immediately thrown off from your birthplace to some different place. So if you're trying for a foreign country visa, etc., this is the right time to apply, because from now till 14th of April, there may be some chamatkar, some miracle that is happening. So which we want to be very, very happy about. Now, with this kind of a placement, Mars also has aspects. Mars is looking at the seventh house, 10th house, and the 11th house. So, because it is looking at the 10th house, with the seventh aspect, there may be some possibility of growth in your workplace, either getting some kind of higher position, either getting some kind of, or we can even say, uh, some very big struggle that you were trying to now achieve, or you were achieve some big achievement after a very long struggle is going to be seen, which also means new job offers are coming. So, let's hope for the best. With Mars looking at the fourth aspect of the seventh house, sometimes because it is an influence of Saturn and Sun right now, it can also create some kind of rift and challenges. Jupiter is here to protect you, but still it can create some challenges, rift, sometimes verbal or sometimes dissatisfaction or disagreements in relationships and partnerships. So with spouse also there can be some kind of disagreement, with business partner also some kind of disagreement. So depending on the area where you're focusing right now, you will see how things will manifest for you. But my idea or my suggestion will be to do in this period when Mars comes to the fourth house, do maximum Hanumanji's or Aradhana, Hanuman Chalisa. That will protect you with everything. Finally, Moon will go to the 11th house, and here it is also the 8th house lord in the 11th house, sudden gains through your social network, and also because it is getting aspect of Mars. The eighth aspect again, it means sudden monetary benefit also. So this period, this kind of a combination becomes a great combination for you, where you can expect something very positive from your social circles. And when it comes to friends, colleagues, even online, those who are in online business, digital marketing related to online business, or those who are using too much of tech as their background of work, you may also find some great success and monetary benefit during this week. So overall, it looks very nice and positive. So I am going to say you get 100 out of 100 marks, except the first time when Moon and Ketu are together, where it shows religious spending or sudden religious, or suddenly using your research for some practical purpose. So let's hope for the best. All the best. Thank you. Do comment below, let me know about your progression, what is happening, and then I will see how things are working. Thank you. See you next week with some more insights. Capricorn. Now, when we talk about Capricorn, Moon will enter into the sign of Leo. Now, Moon here is the sign that rules the seventh house. It's a Maraka. Maraka means a death inflicting planet for all the Capricorn ascendant people. Does not mean it is giving death only. It means that it can create sudden ups and downs in your life related to either in laws, either partnerships, either shared resources. And even when it comes to, taking decisions, long term decisions, taking very, very decisions for your family, for any kind of family members, or we can say in-laws related areas, you may find some kind of dissatisfaction during the beginning of this week. It's not a very great time for Moon entering here. With seventh house lord going to the eighth house, it is also receiving an aspect of Mars, which is at a very higher degree right now, because it's supposed to travel this month. So at 29 degrees, if Mars is aspecting this place, then you need to be careful about driving, about your health as well, because it can suddenly cause some problem related to heart or joints. Especially when we look at the eighth house, it is related to the backbone, like the back area, where it can create some kind of problem. So we want to be careful about this. Moon and Ketu together, sometimes in aggression, in not knowingly, subconscious mind, we create some hate comments, or we create some, some anxiety, some kind of aggression will be there, so we want to be controlling over it, especially in the spouse area, especially in business partnership and relationship, and especially in the area related to you, what you speak. Sometimes in the career area also, you're speaking something which may not make sense and then later come to haunt you. So try to be as careful as you want. It's a period of confusion between 29th of March till 31st of March. Then finally, the seventh house lord goes to the ninth house in a nice place. Lot of problems that has been created because of the confusion is now going to get solved, and new learning, new knowledge you are going to get, which is going to help you progress in the career area for you. With ninth house moon, sometimes expenses are on the high related to business partnerships and sometimes even related to travel. Because seventh house lord has gone third from itself, so some short distance travel in terms of partnership can happen, which may create some challenges for you. Later, Mars will enter into the third house, which is the house of Parakrama, and where Sun is so powerful. Mars becomes so powerful here. In the house of Parakrama, you will see that Mars comes and lot of actions related to your communication, travel, which were not happening according to your way, will start happening. It will look at the sixth house, which means that it is going to make sure the enemies will not be able to progress at this point of time. If you look at the ninth house, the great time for higher learning, higher education, doing something on a very, very larger scale. Higher education is important. It is looking at the 10th house, which means that there is going to be major transformation through your communication in your workplace. Now, if it is good or bad, that we will be able to see only from your personal birth chart. But overall, it looks good because Moon is going to transit there in the 10th house. And once Moon gets into this place, two benefits are looking at each other. But in fact, Mars is putting the eighth aspect, so suddenly some career changes can happen. Suddenly new direction of career is what you should think about, and things will work for you in that area. With Moon coming to the seventh house lord coming to the 10th house, it means that there is possibility of progress in your status. That means status improvement can be happening here. So try to see if you are eligible for promotions, etc. Sometimes even as simple as just asking or expressing that you are ready for the next role is important, and this is where you will see some progress during this week. So have a great and a wonderful, beautiful week. I hope and wish all the best to you, and I will see you next week with some more insights and more good news for you. Thank you. For Aquarius, we will see that the position of Moon enters into be in the seventh house for you. So sixth house lord in the seventh house means victory over enemies through force. Because Moon is not a planet of force, Ketu is a planet of force here. So sometimes in an aggressive and harsh way, you take victory over your enemies, which is good. Enemies are not supposed to be spared. Huh? So you need to take victory over them, so which is very good. But when it comes to your own spousal relationship with spouse, or relationship with your loved ones or your partner, business partner, then there can be some challenges there. If they are your enemies, then you are going to have much more challenge, because it shows that enemy, like enemies, Ketu is an enemy of Moon, and Ketu is more powerful here. So Ketu will be able to win here in this placement. So in that, and because it is in own nakshatra also, now it is Magha nakshatra, so Ketu is winning in this situation. If there is any rift with your own partner, spouse, then they are having victory, you are not having. So you know this. So surrender right now, only so that the event does not go too big, too long, too aggressive. You know that you are going to fail, so just surrender in front of your spouse. On the other hand, it is a time when the sixth house lord goes to the seventh house. That means that obstacles that has been having in any kind of signing of a contract or a long term contract, that may be working out in your favor during this time. So that's a good news for all the people. With Moon entering into the eighth house, it is going to make a Viprit Rajyog. If health wise you have been going through a very tough time, if finance wise you're going through a very tough time, this Moon comes and ease down on your health and finances, and it's a Purnima. And with sixth house Lord going to the eighth house, there's going to be some transformation in your daily habits. You may suddenly realize that I want to continue this kind of a procedure where I do some exercise, or sometimes you may also come, depending on your chart, that I am doing this procedure, nothing is happening. Let me come back to a different scenario. So it is mixed. It depends on what kind of environment you're into, but overall it shows that uh, the struggle that has been happening through depression, through financial losses, through challenges related to your mind, because it is a Purnima, it is supposed to completely end the darkness and get into a lot of light. So let's hope for the best. Good news for people who want to take any kind of occult knowledge, learning, advice, teaching. This is very good. In fact, if you want to change your environment, this is a time to speak to a spiritual teacher also. This is going to help you. With Mars getting into second house. Now Mars is going to go to the second house and look at the eighth house, look at the fifth house, eighth house, and the ninth house, which is a very great placement for Mars. So those who have been fighting for inheritance, those who have been going through troublesome time related to their education, where everything looks very lazy, Mars is going to aspect and give you some courage and power to take education on a different level. Those who were on the verge of leaving their education in midway will see that now that is not happening, and now we will continue. It's not only education, it's training also, it's new environment in the workplace also. It will start becoming much more very comfortable for you. With Mars aspecting on the from the second house aspecting the fifth house will also give you progress in share and stock market. So those who are in associated with share stock market and those who have been seeing losses, you may see progress here, and that losses will start converting into profit. So that's a good news for all the people. With this Mars aspecting the eighth house where Moon is, and Moon and Mars are opposite each other with Purnima, you will also see some sudden gains related to inheritance. Those who have been fighting a lot related to their property or something that they really truthfully deserve and own and is ethically theirs, you will see some progress in that area. So court cases become very easy for you. And see, Mars is the most rich planet in the whole system. Understand this very nicely. Mars is the richest planet in the solar system. The reason of this richness is because it is the, sun of Earth, and sun of Earth has the most richness. Everything that is on Earth is owned by Mars. Mars inherited it. That's why it's a planet of inheritance. That's why it has the fourth aspect. Now here in such cases, inheritance wise, if there is anything rightfully going to come to you, it will come. And on top of that, monetary benefit, a great monetary benefit is coming, which will help you navigate a great life, a great timeline in your life. So all the very best. With Moon entering into the ninth house, here it will receive the aspect of Mars, as well as, here when we talk about this kind of a moon, it is so positive when it comes to the ninth house that the Lord of the sixth house goes to the ninth house, gives you judicial success. Those who are thinking of, those who are giving any exams and expecting any results, congratulations, because you are going to pass. Those who are in any kind of court cases, they have a date and suddenly they have to, gather evidence, documents, etc. The kripa from God, the blessing from God will come to you, and you will see that everything is according to your own life. And those who are giving interviews related to competition interviews, there also you have victory, because Mars is also putting that eighth aspect. So sudden victory because of your intelligence, because of your emotional as well as aggression in complete balance. That's what we see here for all the Aquarius rising people in this month. Those who are in publishing business, those who are in writing business, those who are in creative business, again, great news for you. Those who are in healthcare, expect some kind of recognition and promotion during this time. So overall, very beautiful week for Aquarius ascendant people. I hope that next week it will be much more better, but let's hope for the best, and I hope that all your wishes and dreams come true. So I will see you next week now. And now, finally, we will come to Pisces. For Pisces, we will see that Moon has entered into the sixth house in the sign of Leo, where Moon is the fifth house lord going to the sixth house. Sometimes the obstacles that your children have been facing, you will see that suddenly it is coming into a lot of ease, and they may also feel a lot of relaxed here. So, which is good news. If there is any kind of competition, exams of your children that are going on, then you may feel and see and be very safe to know that they will do very well in that area. Now comes to workplace. This is also the house that tells about routine and workplace politics can increase, so that is where the stress will be. If you look at here, you may have some stress with your bosses during this week. Why? Ketu is the lord of the eighth house, lord of the Scorpio sign, and Scorpio is the ninth house. That is your bosses, gurus, mentors, teachers, and it is exactly sitting 10th from the placement with Moon. So there will be emotional disturbance, emotional confrontation, emotional challenges with your bosses. So that is something that you need to be extra considerate about during this week. When it comes to health, we want to again be more and more and more extra considerate during this time, because in these kind of cases, health related like food poisoning is the major factor when Moon and Ketu come together. So you want to be away from all the stupid kind of food that you are consuming or you will consume. So importantly, it is receiving an aspect of Mars, and it is the fifth house lord. So sometimes loans and debts, that area you start getting a little bit of relief. So it's a good news for you. Now Moon goes to the seventh house. This is a Maraka placement, but the the main point and the positivity of this moon is that it is the fifth house lord going to the seventh house. This is the time of you finding a partner or romantic partner. Sometimes, even in many cases, you see that you've been trying to get in touch with someone, or getting trying to get that yes from that side. This is the time that you should approach, and there will be a yes, because this talks about new associations, new collaborations, not only in the in the romantic side, but also in the career side. If you're in business and if you want some contract to go through, maybe the second try is now, when moon is coming here. Because first of all, it's a purnima, one of the best dignity of moon to be. Purnima is there, moon is in very dignified state, your fifth house lord is in dignified state, and that means it will get relaxation here. Secondly, moon is an over emotional planet. Somewhere other people who you are trying to approach at this point of time may also come into the feeling that the person that is coming approaching us again and again has a serious interest into this kind of an area. So why not not explore it? So please explore it. Okay, very important for you. And then Mars will transit. Now this is a very great transit. When Mars comes to the first house, your personality become very, very overwhelmingly aggressive, not in a bad way, in a good way, because Mars also has the power of Saturn here, which will keep Mars into a lot of discipline. That's why, imagine Mars goes to the sign of Capricorn and becomes exalted, because it's army general needs discipline, and here it is with the king and the servant. So it's going to make sure that discipline is maintained. There's going to be completely balanced. But since there are three malefic planets sitting in the first house, your personality can come out as a very harsh, very ego driven, very aggressive kind of personality. What we need to do is that not let this aggression die, but make sure that there is a thin line between aggression and between ethics. Make sure in its aggression, ethically you are right. You don't want to go unethically, like do a wrong thing and then show aggression that I did this because this is like this. So don't go into that kind of a zone. Try to be ethically aggressive. If it is right and you need to stand for it, you need to stand for it. If in the workplace people have troubled you, created challenges for you, you need to stand for it. You need to stand for it at this point of time, but in a soft manner. Soft, no, maybe in a harsh manner, but for the right thing. That is what I would say. But your personality will be in fire right now. You will be completely, your emotional pattern and your anger will be all 50-50. Like that is the way it is. Like emotions will not go that high, anger will not go that high. So we are safe, because this is a water sign and all the air element is there with Saturn, but Sun and Mars are all fire elements. So here, let's see how things work. But at this point of time, if you do any kind of new work, if you take new initiation, new goals, they will be spreading like wildfire. So this is the time to actually put your ideas to market. Startup kind of environment is there. Mars is going to aspect your fourth, seventh, and eighth house. So fourth aspect of Mars on the seventh house, fourth aspect on the fourth house means that property related transactions that were pending for you will also start moving for you. So that is good news. You will see that in this week, you will also get some kind of emotional as well as we can say domestic luxury. So somewhere, some kind of construction, some kind of new furniture, something you will get in your house. So all the very best for it. And Mars is looking at the seventh house. Now, this means that when it comes to partnership, you need to be less aggressive. I told you the nature of Mars is that only, less aggressive. But when it comes to shared resources, with Mars is putting an aspect and Moon transits into Libra on 3rd of April 2026, sorry. This is where you will see the progress, that suddenly things related to inheritance, things related to something that you really own, your shared resources, where you were not given something for the righteous reason. You will see that. So for the wrong reasons, you will see the righteous reasons comes and you are going to get some benefit during this time. With Moon getting aspect of Mars from here, very good for people who are in research, medical research, who are in analytical field, who are in field related to, we can even say a field related to medical medicine, then cybersecurity, compliance, taxation, accounting, finance. Very nice. Since Moon is here, which is the fifth house lord in the eighth house, I always say if fifth and eighth are making any kind of combination, there is some lottery kind of yoga. So if your chart is maybe favorable at this point of time, take some small risk. Do some lottery at this point of time. It may help you. So maybe playing 5, 10, $15 doesn't make a very big difference if that is the condition, and some people it may make a difference, but still try to pay some lottery, etc. There may be some speculative gain that you are expecting, or you may suddenly come to you. Whenever fifth house lord will go into the eighth house, your life is full of luck, sudden luck, suddenly luck, 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 luck. Okay, all the very best. I hope that you have a very great and a pleasant and a beautiful, beautiful week, and all your dreams and hopes and aspirations come true. I will see you next week with some more insights. And before I go, I want to tell you one small remedy that everyone can do in their home, and you will see such great progress in your life that you can't even imagine. Wherever you stay, whichever house you stay, I did this remedy, that's why I'm telling you. And if there is a lot of problems in the house, financially, relationship problems, health problems, any problem that is coming, so in the main living room, wherever your main living room is, at that point in the corner of your living room, if you in the first corner of your living room, that is northeast, like if you put a compass, it should show northeast direction. Okay, not behind should be northeast, in the front should be northeast. You keep a small water fountain. And keeping water fountain is mostly, many people would have it, but the main element to put there is what I'm telling today. It is sandalwood. Either a piece of sandalwood stick, or either one drop of sandalwood oil, which regularly you keep, refurbishing. You will see the progress in your home is amazing. I'm telling you, tried, tested, not me. I tested it with almost 20-25 people, and the kind of crazy things that I'm hearing, that how their no job came, lot of like divorce kind of situation sorted. Because what happens, the northeast direction is the direction of Lord Kubera. And when you look at Lord Kubera, or when you research about Lord Kubera sits on the throne that is made out of sandalwood. So if you go and if you put a little bit of sandalwood there, so it means that you have kept a throne kind of an area for Lord Kubera to come and reside on it. So that is the way this kind of energies work. So try it out. I hope that it will also give you great results. All the very best. Have a great time. Thank you. I will see you all next week. And till the time we meet again, I would like to say Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.